Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we have the pleasure of watching Get Noob, nice name by the way mate, playing his STB. And you're gonna see that when you follow great advices, you just allow yourself to get the craziest game ever. But I don't only want to talk over the replay, I also want to talk briefly about the Japanese heavies that Wargaming already announced in 2021, and they gave us some little hints, it seems, on them in the latest stream they released. They didn't confirm any dates, they said it should be coming pretty soon. So as in the 8.7 update we got the T100 light, you can expect the Japanese heavies for maybe June or something like that, when the 9.0 update will come or something like that. Usually between two different lines we have like 3 updates at max. Well, it's some crazy good news because if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time those tanks are appearing in either World of Tank Blitz or World of Tank PC. And it's always kind of exciting to see World of Tank Blitz trying things without copy-pasting what Wargaming did on World of Tank PC. Well, that being said, as I don't have any further information, so I'm not gonna bother, let's take a look at what our friend is doing. I said at the beginning of the video that when you use your tank correctly, you do great things. Yes, it kind of seems like a logical sentence to pronounce, but there are some catch. The thing is, most people I encounter feel like they already know how to play their tank, where in fact they truly don't. Because when you take a look at the STV, for example, you think, okay, all I have to do is being an hold down and that's it. No, it's not necessarily how it works. Because as the STB can still get penetrated directly into the gun mantlet, if you want to use it correctly, what you'll have to do with the tank is basically, how can I say this? It should be basically trying to wiggle a little bit in order to prevent anyone from being able to penetrate your cupola or your turret cheeks. And the thing is, I see many STB players not trying this. I mean, you don't have the worst gun dispersion ever, so you can allow yourself not to stop in the middle of the road, wait 2 seconds for your aim time to start decreasing, and then shooting before going away. And here, you just got the perfect example of what I just said, because our friend in the STB got wrecked directly into the gun mantlet. If you want to avoid this and not losing your hit points not wisely, you must tap and you must try either wiggle or repeat the beat. Now, you see that there is a second thing. You're a medium. As a medium, you need to use your mobility. You need to use it wisely. Unfortunately, and I feel like it's kind of a mistake here, our friend is not taking a look at what he has in the back. Just pushed forward on the T124, which led him to lose approximately 1,000 points. It's kind of a shame because it was a really great game. It was starting really well. And right now, well, he's kind of locked to that position because he knows he can't take as much risks as it just did before. There we go. Luckily for him, he didn't get wrecked by the 704. And now he has to adapt. How will he do that? Well, he has two choices here. You could just wait in the back for the Contra or come back to a safe cover. And here, once again, he got extremely lucky. Do not try these kind of things with the STB, especially when you're running downhill. Here, he got blessed at least 3 or 4 times by his enemies missing him, but otherwise he should have died at least 3 times. Now, of course, there is another thing to take into consideration. In the heat of the battle, you don't necessarily play the best because you're not thinking about every single possibilities. You're kind of in a rush, and for a lot of players, when you start getting things like 6.5k damage, you start stressing and you kind of lose your mental here. I don't know if it's what happened to Get Noob, but I feel like he played really truly better at the beginning of the game rather than this little bullshit that happened between the killing of the Conqueror and the killing of the T124. But hey, this is only my opinion, and as long as he does a great game, I'm not gonna bother. Now he's doing something I really enjoy. Instead of trying to find the Emil and getting himself into an all-down position or anything like that, our friend just tried to spot the Emil. And once he was spotted, he just stayed in the back using his all-down abilities to be able to track the Emil down. Now, there is one problematic thing. Even if the Emil 2 cannot penetrate the STB frontally, especially on the turret, if the Emil tries to use a gold shell or a gold shell, an HE shell, it's over for the STB. But luckily for him, our friend is getting one of the worst Emil 2 players because nothing happens. I mean, he's not getting shot at. He knows that right now the Emil 2 is reloading. Now that he's reloading, he knows that he has to do something, which is attacking the guy. 8.4k damage for the moment, and it's not over. Unfortunately for him, well, let's say that the Emil 2 is not the best tank to penetrate when in all down. He could have maybe penetrated him if he was using calibrated shells, but without them, there is nothing our friend can do. But I like the fact that he's trying to poke around with the Emil, making him lose all his shells and just destroying the guy quite easily. Unfortunately, yeah, in this version of the STP controls sometimes, but it's gonna happen. He's not taking time. You see that he's kind of stressed. He's not trying to do anything against the Emil. He's trying to get his shots in, but it doesn't take the time to aim. He says OMG because he's probably pissed quite a lot, but he needs to do something else than that. Your chances of actually getting the Emil in this position was extremely hard. Well, when he tried to poke a little bit more, he managed to get the victory, killing all tanks. So as you can see, even if you do a lot of mistakes at one critical point into the game, you still can do great things, and this replay shows it. 8.9k damage. Now, one thing I would like to talk about briefly, it's going to take 30 seconds, concerning the upcoming tanks. As you all know, I did a video a while ago that was talking about the Super Hellcat coming into the game lately. And you see that we have access to logbox keys in the New Year Chinese event. I feel like right now, as we don't know what those logbox keys are for right now, that they will be used later for the Super Hellcat event, because the Super Hellcat is coming in logbox crates. Well, it can be your chance to get the tank if you're truly lucky enough, because it's only going to be like maybe 3% drop chance. But if you want to have a chance at getting the Super Hellcat, what you should do is buying those logbox keys, or at least unlocking them, and not going for the Kruppstier Waffenträger. But to be honest, as it's a free premium and it's a really good one once you are a good player, if you have only the choice between the Krupp and the logbox keys, you should go for the Krupp. But at the same time, I'm not your MoMA. You do whatever you want as long as it makes you happy. Well, I'm gonna leave you here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.